G'day guys, in this video we're going to take a closer look at the Harry Potter theory that Albus, Percival, Wulfric, Brian, Dumbledore is actually Ronald Weasley gone back in time to help his friend Harry Potter defeat the Dark Lord Voldemort. Some 130 years after the events of the book take place, Ron becomes a powerful and knowledgeable wizard who uses an item, like the Time Turner, to go back to this period and live out the life of Dumbledore. He uses magic to strategically insert himself into history, altering the memories of people in that time and even recruiting a family to aid him in his efforts. This theory can be a stretch at times, so first let's take a look at the two characters and their similarities. Often Harry describes both the characters as being tall and thin in the books. Dumbledore has long fingers and Ron has large hands, which would translate into him also having long fingers. In a flashback, Harry sees a younger version of Albus, but is still considerably older than Ron. Here he claims that his hair is of Auburn colour, hinting that maybe it was once red. Imaginably, the biggest comparison between the two would be the scar on Dumbledore's left knee, which he mentions in the very first chapter of the Philosopher's Stone. Scars can come in useful. I have one myself above my left knee, which is a perfect map of the London Underground. During The Prisoner of Azkaban, Ron suffers an injury to his left knee, but the details of the scar and its shape are left out. This works both for and against the theory. Another bridged comparison is the two characters' love of lollies. In fact, the relationship between Ron and Harry and Dumbledore and Harry begins with sweets. On the train in the first book, Ron shows Harry magical treats such as Bertie Bott's all-flavoured beans and chocolate frogs. When Harry first encounters his new headmaster, he offers Professor McGonagall a lemon sherbet. It is made clear that both of them have a sweet tooth, but the theory doesn't stop there. In the Philosopher's Stone, Professor Dumbledore tells a story of how he once ate Bertie Bott's vomit-flavoured bean in his youth. Now, Bertie Bott was born in 1935, and it is roughly 2001 when Dumbledore tells the story at the age of about 150. On the basis that Bertie started his company at 20 and has been running it for about 46 years, this would make Dumbledore roughly 104 years old by the time the product was available to him. Hardly a youth, perhaps a slip-up in Ronald Weasley's disguise? There is also a ton of foreshadowing and Dumbledore knowing events or important characters without any explanation of how he came by this information, apart from, he is Dumbledore, the greatest wizard of our time. Relative to the theory, Dumbledore knows exactly what Ron saw in the magical mirror and why he saw it. Also, Dumbledore's reflection shows socks. The connection here is that Ron's mother is always giving him socks and that the mirror is showing him what he truly desires, to have his mother back in his life. So if he knows the exact course of history, why doesn't he try and save all those that died during his youth as Ronald Weasley? The theory also covers this. It states that during the tournament and the Goblet of Fire, he tries to alter history by putting extra defences around the entrance to the contest, and even employs a top aura, Mad-Eyed Moody, to oversee the events. Think about the scene where Harry's name is read out of the goblet. Dumbledore loses it. He is clearly very furious. You would think that after all he has seen, someone getting past his defences to put a name in a cup would not be that meaningful. But maybe the reaction was triggered by the knowledge of events to come. Maybe here Dumbledore learns that he cannot change the outcome and is very frustrated, angry and sad, knowing that no matter what he does, Cedric Diggory is going to die and the Dark Lord will return. We also often see Dumbledore put Harry in situations that he would never allow any other student to be in. So why does he let the most valuable wizard fall into these situations where his life is in danger? Because he knows exactly what will happen and how Harry will endure it every time. Because he has been there by his side for almost everything as his friend Ronald Weasley and can't do anything to change what will happen. Now, in a story this big with many characters, there are bound to be comparisons. I like to entertain this theory. It brings a bit more warmth to a story that I already love. It bridges some gaps in the Dumbledore character and opens up a whole lot of possibilities and stories for Ronald later in life. For instance, the relationship between Hermione and Ron. Granger is often called a brilliant wizard. Perhaps it was her that worked it out. Imagine the epiphany that she would have had when she realised that she actually married Dumbledore. Imagine the pain of them knowing that Snape is going to kill Ron in that watchtower. It opens up so many possibilities. Of course, there are many facts and arguments against why this story isn't true. But theories like this one give us readers a bit more than what we see on paper. So what do you guys think? Do you like this theory, or is it just a far stretch? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching Quick Lore.